Capricorn, we're going to do something different this go around. So I have been told multiple times by my guides that I should be talking about like what I know with other people. That way then they can learn to do the same thing for themselves and whatnot. And rather than doing tarot love readings. And so I'm like, okay. They've been telling me this for months. So obviously I've been fighting it. But what they're saying is that, you know, I can come up with something to say and the cards will guide me on where to go with it. So I've decided to slowly go at it and just know that like the whole zodiac, you know, thing, you know, like this one's for Capricorn or whatnot, it's really a crutch for me. That way then I have a place to direct it as well as have, you know what to call you. So know what to call you. And also then I can also say this collective, what do they need to hear? That kind of thing. Oh, apparently you guys get the no bullshit deck. I like it. I approve. Yeah, so basically we're just going to let the cards tell me what needs to happen. I'm going to focus it on more of a metaphysical kind of thing. What do you need to hear from a metaphysical point of view? Or what do you want to hear? And if you have any like, you know, requests or something like that, leave it in the comments, you know, because I'm going to probably end up changing up a bunch of things. I'm just throwing all this stuff out here just to see what happens and see what I like, what I don't like, that kind of thing. I'm in testing phase. So please be patient in regards to that. So let's see. What does Okay. We are starting with the Rebel deck. Rebel deck is a snarky deck. That's funny because like they're choosing like the no bullshit deck and then also the Rebel deck for you. So let's see what's going on for you. What do we need to talk about with Capricorn today? What do we need to talk about with Capricorn, please? To help benefit them, help change some perspectives, improve lives, you know, because that's why we do this. That I happen to know about. What information do I need to share that I know about that Capricorn can benefit from? What is it? I'm surprised that the Rebel deck came out. Alright. We've got... interesting. So we've got... don't freaking force it. And rebel, and then on the back it says allow that stuff to come to you because F it. Okay. I like that. That's really good. I was wondering what Cap would pull because you guys are so goal-oriented, you know. So goal-oriented. And right here, I mean, with the don't freaking force it, you know, and let that stuff come to you, that's a thing here. And then rebel because F it, you know. I'm trying not to cuss here because YouTube doesn't like that very much. Because F it. I'm going to say rebel against yourself. Rebel against your programming. Like what you were trained, you know, what your natural inclination is to, you know, move forward and go get it. You know, that kind of thing. And you're going to have to rebel against that. There's something that you want. And if you have Saturn squaring like any of your Capricorn placements, squaring or opposing any of your Capricorn placements, or even conjunct, really, you may be realizing that just, it's hard to explain. Hold on. You may be realizing that the goals that you set, you know, you have incredible discipline, you have incredible ambition and a hard working ethic, right? incredible discipline, incredible ambition. And every time you've had to work towards something, you work hard and you get it, right? You work hard and you get it. Where there's something where you've been working hard and you're not getting it. Or you do get it and you're just like, well, that didn't really satisfy me at all. It didn't make you feel better. You didn't have a sense of accomplishment. And now you're just kind of like, why don't I feel better about it? And it's that Saturn squaring Capricorn placements. My Saturn squares my Venus. Venus. And it makes it so that I do have the same type of drive you guys do. Same type of drive. But the thing is that, you know, even if I accomplish it, I'm just kind of like, well, you know, what's the next thing? You know, that kind of thing. And I kind of blow it off, that kind of thing. But I think it's deeper down with Saturn squaring it. I think it's deeper down an idea that if I can accomplish it, so can everybody else. And really, that's not that great. I think that's the deep down for me. I don't know if that resonates for you. Maybe. Maybe. So let's talk about this rebel stuff. What does Capricorn need to rebel against? What does Capricorn need to rebel against, please? Here we go. 5 of Cups. And there's a squirrel out there like trying to get my attention, using his tail, doing all this thing. Anyway, so 5 of Cups. Rebel against the sadness in your heart. The depression and the sadness. And you know, a lot of Cap placements have this. It's like this deep, with Cap placements, especially Cap Moon, there's this deep down sadness within you. A lot of times you can ignore it. Yeah, a lot of times you can ignore it, you know, and just go move about your life. And, of course, accomplishing a bunch of stuff. Because you know what? You guys are the boss, right? Boss, bitch, boss, dude, whatever. It doesn't matter. But the thing is that underneath is still this underlying feeling of dissatisfaction with yourself. And not because you want to feel that way. You don't want to feel that way. But it's usually, I think it's because of how you were raised. I think that's what it is. But when I think of every single like Capricorn, major Capricorn placement person I know, which is a lot, because I like Capricorns. Capricorns, we fit. We fit. That feeling is always deep down underneath there, and yes, you never want to look at it. So you never want to look at it, but it guides your actions. That's what you need to rebel against. It guides your actions. It says, I'm not good enough to do that. X, whatever it is. I'm not good enough, or it's not worth my time. It's not going to give me enough recognition, that kind of thing. And I'm not saying from a negative perspective, okay? Please don't be taking this from a negative, unevolved Capricorn way, where, you know, you're just the boss and, you know, cold-hearted and this and this. No, that's not the case. I'm talking to normal people here, normal people. Every single one of us has our stuff, and so just know that I'm not doing a negative Capricorn thing, you know, stereotype thing. It's like I can hear somebody saying, well, I don't have any of that stuff deep down inside. You're lying to yourself. You're lying. Just ask your mom. Unfortunately. I hate that for you. I do. But that's what we're here to you know, get through and understand. That's the whole goal here. Oh, that's where we need to go with this. Oh, okay. All right, Capricorn. Okay, so, all right. We need to talk about like what you see as your goal, okay? What you see as your goal. Because let's redirect it. Because you have, you know, like I said earlier, beautiful drive and ambition to get it done, right? Get it done. And what I need you to do is I need you to remember why you are here and what the purpose is. You are here to learn something. You are here to learn and understand certain emotions. And you have been given placements, your Capricorn placements, whatever they are, and in combination with your other ones. But you've been given placements that are extremely goal-driven. But if you don't remember what the goal is, how do you know to go and get it? And when we come here, we have a very heavy memory cap. We don't remember what we planned on the other side in our pre-birth planning. We don't remember that. So I want you to focus on these emotions that hold you back. This 5 of Cups type feeling, this heart pain, this deep down pain inside that likely came from your childhood or adolescence, potentially, that says you aren't good enough and you'll never get it done. I don't know about you, Cap, but like when somebody tells me, Jess, you're never gonna, you won't be able to do that. You just can't. Try me. I will prove you wrong right here. I'm pretty sure that's a Capricorn thing. Fucking try me. So, pretty sure that's a Capricorn thing. Just because you guys are so goal oriented, and if somebody tells you that you can't do it, you're not going to believe them. You're like, fuck you. I'm going to prove you wrong right now. That kind of thing. And so that's where, to investigate those hard feelings deep down inside, we need to find out where they come from and why. And a lot of times it's from a very early age where, because your brain is developing even before the age of 25. Your brain is developing. And if you have, what you would consider traumatic experiences, and now when I say traumatic, it doesn't mean it was something terrible, like a parent passed away or something like that. It doesn't mean it's something like that. Something traumatic to a 5-year-old, shoot, they get pissed off when they have the wrong color cup. That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. I mean, it seems stupid as an adult now. It really does. But the thing is that, I had a situation when I was a kid where, like, my parents, my mom had wanted to go to the grocery store. I was like 5, 6 years old, something like that. And of course, my brain is still in development mode. And I was like, yeah, I want to go to the grocery store. And I was excited to go to the grocery store. We never went anywhere. We didn't have a lot of money. And so we never went anywhere. And I was like, yeah, I want to go. And my mom had packed my 2 younger siblings into the car and everything. I was like, let me go get my shoes. So I go running off, go grab my sandals. And I go running back to the garage. And she was already backing down the driveway. She wasn't waiting for me. Now that's something that I think somebody with major Capricorn placements can really kind of identify with. Somebody, you're being left behind because you didn't move fast enough. Something like that. You didn't move fast enough. And that's the kind of traumas I'm talking about. It's very simple and easy. It's nothing like, I got my ass beat or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, I did, but that's not that memory. And so, but that kind of that one actually really held on to me for a long time and held control over what I did for a very long time. Like, I wasn't worth, if I didn't move fast enough, if I didn't force it hard enough, if I didn't move as quick as I possibly could, I wasn't getting it. So that's why I think that you guys can potentially relate to that kind of thing. Potentially. Especially if you have Saturn squaring your Capricorn placements. So, find where that is and rebel against it. See it for what it is and start to be like, I'm not going to listen to that anymore. I'm not going to listen to my fears that I won't get maybe recognition. I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. I'm not going to listen to my fears that it will all have been in vain. Because the thing is that if you want to do it and if you truly enjoy doing it, it's worth it. It's worth it. Do joy, follow joy. Just follow joy. If it makes you happy, enjoy the journey. Pay attention to the journey. The journey is so important. What is it? The Eckhart Tolle, power of now. And that's hard for people who are, goal-oriented like you and I. It's really hard to do that. It really is. Because you're just like, end goal and I'll be happy. That kind of thing. Touchdown. But, sometimes it's not good enough. It's not good enough. And why does that make you sad? That kind of thing. All right. Tell me more about this Five of Cups. Apparently we need to hear more about that. What's this? Tell me more about the Five of Cups, please. Three of Cups. Depend on your friends a lot. Ask their opinion. Ask their opinion. Do you think this is good for me? Do you think that this is perfect for me? Something tells me you have good, strong friends, of course. You have good, strong friends that can... Potentially other Capricorns. Who knows, good, strong friends that can be like, well, I don't think that's really going to be good for you, but... if you want to do it, then go for it. Or it could be something else where it's just like, why are you wasting your time? And you're like, I'm not wasting time, but I'm going to get a medal for it. That kind of thing. I'm just throwing out examples, but depend on your friends. Enjoy time with your friends. Stop working so much. Work, 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 work. Trust me. I am like that too. Seven of Wands. It's going to take some effort here. It's going to take some effort to get out of that habit. I work from home. I'm self-employed. And if I don't work, I don't get paid. That kind of thing. So I find that I work 7 days a week at home. And I have a hard time setting boundaries for myself. Like, Jess, you need to take the day off. It's Saturday. Go spend time with your family. It wouldn't surprise me if that's not something for you too. Go and enjoy time. Enjoy yourself. Rebel against the feelings inside you that you're not good enough if you don't work 24/7. Now, I know that we like to work. We enjoy working, right? We enjoy that stuff. I mean, I have a Virgo Mars, Virgo rising, along with my Cap Venus. Shoot. Absolutely. Yeah, my Venus actually trines my Mars too. So it's like, I love work. Work is my thing. I love to do it. And so, but it's one of those things where you get lost in it and suddenly you're like, I forgot how to live life. So you have to rebel against the feelings of inadequacy. I know I do. Maybe that's my Virgo Mars talking, but it's a fight. It's a fight, and you have to rebel. Eight of Pentacles. It's going to take work. This is the kind of work that you want to focus on. This is the kind of goal you want to focus on. Focus on enjoying your life. Yes, you enjoy work, but work has time and place. There's other parts to life too. I never thought once ever when I was younger that I would ever become kind of a workaholic kind of person. I never thought I would. And so, I mean, because before I worked in a typical, 8 to 5 job, at a corporate company and stuff like that. And I was just like, hell no, you won't catch me dead working outside those hours, which is true. You should not. You won't catch me dead. But now that I have my own business, I do my own thing by myself. I'm working all the fucking time because I want to. Because I want to. Yes, one, I don't get paid if I don't do anything. But two, the thing is that I have the capability and sometimes I have the free time. Actually, a lot of times I have the free time. So I jump up here and I start doing stuff, Jump up here, start doing stuff, and I forget to go out and just throw the ball around with my kids. Or take them to the park, because they're home from school. Like today, for example, I had, my kids had a baseball game at 8 a.m. today. Today's Tuesday that I'm recording this. Tuesday, 8 a.m. Now, I work at home. My schedule is very, very flexible. So obviously this doesn't apply for a lot of people. But I'm like, Tuesday at 8 a.m., that is right in the middle of my workday. What are they thinking? And so it took me saying, Jess, you can handle it. to just freaking, rebel against my own stuff of when I'm supposed to be working, that kind of thing. Because it doesn't matter. I can work at 8 o'clock tonight if I wanted to. All right. So let's talk about, forcing things to occur, okay? Forcing things to occur. It says don't freaking force it. Allow that shit to come to you. As, similar personality to you guys. Yes, there are things that you can push and force. But then there are things that you cannot. And I'm pretty sure that that is set up by us on the other side. Which ones will not? For example, back in 2010, I married my husband. And he was 30. I was 28. And I told him, I said, I want to have kids. Let's start trying to have kids now. I mean, right away we started. And which is rare, but ignore that. And so the thing is, I went through miscarriage after miscarriage after miscarriage. It took me over 3 years to get my firstborn daughter. And I kept trying to force it, with supplements and getting doctor tests to find out why I couldn't carry a pregnancy. Because I could get pregnant like that. That was not the issue. That was not the issue. The issue was me being able to carry it. And so, because it would be gone within a week. Very quickly. I did have one that went longer to like the end of the first trimester, but yeah. And so I was trying to force it, and eventually what ended up happening, so I'm 3 years into it, and I'm just like, I was having other health problems too, though. Other health problems that were coming up, because I had gotten really sick in 2010. I had gotten really sick. And come to find out, I had undiagnosed celiac disease. That was diagnosed at the beginning of 2012. And so 2013, I'm still having problems despite I've resolved nutrient issues. I had my nutrients all tested and stuff like that. Still having problems. Still couldn't keep a pregnancy or anything like that. So finally I was just like, F it. Like this other card says, F it. This obviously ain't gonna happen. I don't know what else to do here. There's nothing else. And the doctor specifically said, you have unexplained infertility. We don't know what's wrong with you. We don't know. Because obviously I was getting pregnant. So it was a thing. Ten of Swords and the Star. What this is saying here is I gave up on it. Right? Gave up on it. This is what you should do too. If it's something that you've been railing against for a long time and it's just never happening, you need to give up on it. Giving up on the hope that it'll be on your time. I officially gave up in November 2013. And I started saying, okay, I'm just going to focus on just my own health stuff. And you know what? I'm not even going to think about having a baby. I'm not even going to think about it. And then I also got a puppy. Which I always tell every infertile woman, go get a puppy. Go get a puppy. Because when I went to go and pick up my dog, my puppy dog, I was literally pregnant at 3 weeks with my daughter. And so there was other stuff with that, that had happened and everything. But it did happen within 3 months. When I gave up and stopped thinking about it. And the thing is, I was that infertile bitch. I was that infertile bitch that sat there and said, no, don't you dare tell me to relax. Don't you dare tell me to relax. Because I should be able to get this to happen. That was me. And I hated people that told me to relax. I hated it. It's like, if I can't make it happen, then what makes you think relaxing would make it happen? Universe, showed me otherwise. I had to eat my words. I had to eat my words because it did happen. It happened also again later in regards to we wanted to move across the country from Phoenix over to Maine. That had been our goal for at least 5 years. And so 2017, after my second child was born, because I didn't have as many issues after that one. After my second was born, 2 of Cups. We wanted to move. We wanted to get out of Phoenix, get out of the heat. I didn't want to raise my kids in Phoenix. I just didn't want to. And so I started trying to promote so I could get more savings so that we could leave. Because it costs a lot of money to move across the country, you know. And we had a house and everything, and I'm really good at interviewing, just like you probably are. I'm really good at interviewing. And I say all the right things, and I usually will get the job. I'll get whatever I'm looking for. And that, especially when it's in my industry. And that time, I interviewed all over the dang place. All over. For like stuff that was within my industry. But for a level up. Nothing. I got second and third interviews and stuff like that, but never got an offer. Never got an offer. And so 6 months after trying to do this, I'm just like, what is going on? Why can't I get this? This is bullshit. And at that point, I reviewed all the finances and stuff, and I'm just like, there's no way with the cost of daycare and, you know, everything. There's no way we can move out to Maine. There's no way I can save enough to move to Maine. So I gave up on it. I was like, I'm going to stop thinking about this because obviously it's not going to happen. I can't even promote out. I can't get enough to save up for this. Now, the thing is that I was telling the universe how it was supposed to happen. You know, I was telling the universe I should have enough money saved up to do this. And the universe basically was saying, no, we're going to do it a different way. Because 3 months later, literally, I'm not kidding you, Capricorn, 3 months later, my neighbor put their house up for sale for a ridiculous amount of money. And we had just bought, you know, 2 years, a year and a half prior to that. And so we knew what, you know, we thought we knew what the house was going for. And no, they put their house up for a ridiculous amount. And I was like, I wonder what we could get for ours. This is where keeping your eyes open for the opportunity comes in. And because of that inquiry, we moved 8 months later to Maine. So I had to give up on my idea to save enough money to do this. And what it did is it opened it up for the universe to be like, let's try this way. But you have to see it and accept it, you know? I did the same thing again when I moved from Maine to Indiana. Did the same thing. You just listen. And you just have to give up on the hope and trying to force things to occur. It's hard to do that. It really is. You do go through a major grieving process. I can't tell you how much I cried. I can't tell you how much I cried. I was so mad and so angry that I couldn't force it to occur just based on my own want and needs and stuff like that. I was so angry about it. So pissed. It's like, I have control of my experience here. No, you don't. No, I don't. I have no control. Neither do you. None of us have control over this. Our souls do. And if it's not in our soul's path, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Oh. And it's so hard to let that go. It really is. Just take the opportunities as they come up and let go. If it's something that you've been reeling against the wall for, give up on it. Keep in your mind that, oh yeah, you'd love to be able to do X or whatever, but don't tell the universe how. Let the universe present something to you that will work. And when you're telling the universe how, you can't. You're not letting it do that. So. Do we have anything else for Cap? We've got a future card here coming up, but it's in a different deck. What's this? All right, future card. So this is something they're saying. It's just a tip for the future here. Assuming you can allow this to occur, okay? What is it for Capricorn? What do they need to hear? What do they need to hear? Okay, so we have the spider, creative action, and the fire fairy. The spider and the fire fairy. We have creative action and optimism and creative projects. Boy, that's funny how that works, huh? Two creative things. So it's like understand. Now the spider in the occult mythology kind of stuff, the spider is the one that builds this matrix, this simulation. Okay? They're the ones that help things to manifest in certain orders and ways. You are the one that provides the energy behind it. But the spider is the one that figures it out. So take the energy of the Fool card, okay? Take the energy of the Fool card. It is very much forward motion, ambition to go forward, and letting go of how. It's like, well, I don't know how this is going to work out, but I'm just going to do it. Kind of one of those things. Let go of how. I'm just going to trust that the universe is going to give me exactly what I want. What do you have to lose? Although if it's not on your path, that's not even going to work either. Okay? So if you're trying for something that's absolutely not on your path, it will continuously reject you. Continuously. But usually if it's not on your path, you're not even trying for it. I don't know, maybe. I always compare that to like people winning the lottery or something like that. People are like, they're like, I'm going to win the lottery if I play enough lottery cards. No, that's not true. It has to be written. It has to be written in your chart. It has to. And so you play all you want. Play. Sure, you might win a little bit of something just because the odds are, the odds are you're going to get a little something. But to be one of those big, huge winners, absolutely not. Not unless it's written for you. And you will be drawn to do it in that case. And so, but if you're someone like me that never plays the lottery, it's not meant for you anyway. It's not meant for you. We naturally are drawn towards something that is part of our path that we need to either learn or do. So just follow that. Follow the opportunities. Follow your joy. Okay? Just have optimism and take action when the universe presents it to you. Take action when the universe presents it to you, but leave it up to the universe. Don't try to force it. All right, Cap, that's what I got for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you. If you did like this reading, leave me some feedback, or you have other ideas or something like that you want me to talk about, then, leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. And I will see you next time.